Hi, this is Patrick at StopSprayingUs.com. It is Saturday, October 14th, and you're looking at Ophelia. This is a monster storm. It's a Category 3 hurricane with 115 miles an hour sustained winds, and let's have a look at the satellite for today. This thing's freaking huge. It's expected to hit Ireland on Monday. And as I said, I spend a lot of time looking on NASA Worldview, and when I had a look here today, um, if you look in here, ripples. This indicates electromagnetic or acoustic waves being directed at the frickin' storm itself. And when you look in close here inside the storm, more ripples. Equally spaced, the distance between these lines is the wavelength of the radio frequency being pulsed through it. This thing grew a huge amount in one day. So this is for the 14th. When you go back one day to the 13th, much smaller. So what's it being fed by? Oh, by the way, if you look here, this is yesterday. More ripples, equally spaced, with, of course, all this wispy stuff. This is aerosols being dumped on it from above. And this is like the 10th freaking storm, hurricane in a row. And, it's very, very abnormal. So what's going on here? Well, obviously, the main takeaway, first of all, it's obviously being helped with electromagnetic or acoustic waves. And all of this stuff is aerosols. You can see, like, clouds don't do that. It's very, very screwy, to say the least. And yesterday, this is, like I say, the 13th, Friday the 13th, and you've got the jet stream over here, and some moisture is being pulled off it here. When you go to this morning, October 14th, it's actually the jet stream is feeding directly into it. So it is definitely getting screwed with. And it's not like this is a big secret. Of course, it's not officially admitted. So what if there are ripples? Well, check this out. This is a patent by Ken Caldera. This character, he's the guy who proposed putting pathogens in the clouds to rain down on your enemies to perform chemical and germ warfare in this kind of way, drawing on the work of Bernard Vonnegut and so on. And basically he's saying that when you put charged particles into the sky, you can make it rain, steer storms, and all that stuff. It's all, you can see it for yourself. A system for facilitating cloud formation, cloud precipitation. Boosting storms. So no bueno. Anyway, so here we go. There is this morning. There's more shenanigans. You can see trails here. So what's the press saying about this storm? So, Popular Science saying Hurricane Ophelia is one extremely weird storm. It's very rare for hurricanes to tread these waters, and it's going to hit Ireland on Monday. It's a picture-perfect storm. It's usually too cold to do this. It's very, very sketchy indeed. Ireland has no official hurricane season and has recorded just one major storm in 1839. That's 180 years ago. So what's going on? It's obviously getting, it's being manufactured. And let's go over to NASA Sport and get some more views of this giant beast. Look at the size of that thing. That's yesterday. And it's hard because you're actually seeing this at an angle. But if you look closely, you can see upbursts of moisture. You can see some of the bubbly stuff. It looks like when you heat up a soup and it sort of bubbles up to the top. That's what it looks like is going on here. And here it looks, yeah, this stuff bursting up. What's creating all of this steam? This is relatively cool water. It's the Atlantic. It's not like boiling. Weather Wars 101. He's talks a lot about the rapid evaporation plants, especially with the Harvey thing. That was very, very blatant. Something's feeding this storm. It is getting help. And it's the latest in, oh yeah, like this black stuff there. How's it all coming up? You know, something's heating it up. Is it directed energy weapons? I don't know. This, of course, this comes a week before. This is the 14th. On the 20th, the Geostorm, the disaster movie about man-made weather manipulation, gets pushed out into theaters. Predictive programming. This is really, really quite nasty. Oh, actually, I'm going to increase that because you can see ripples right at the very first frame of that. I'm going to go in, see if I can make it a little there, right here. Boom, there, ripples going in to the eye of the storm. Very first frame. And notice they, whatever. Anyway, that's sketchy. So, why they're doing this? Well, personally, my view is they've been pushing this global warming thing for years because without a widespread belief that human production of CO2 is killing the planet, they won't be able to bring in technocracy. Technocracy is a replacement economic system in which they would, instead of having money, they'd move over to a energy economy where you would be given an energy certificate. Well, that's how it started back in the 1930s, and now it's on to carbon taxes, carbon credits, and so on. But there's all kinds of sketchy stuff going on. I mean, of course, here I am in Northern California, have these wildfires that all broke out in the middle of the night across, several counties and 300 square miles simultaneously. That's pretty sketchy as well. And all this supposedly unprecedented stuff. These guys, the power elite, have the means, motive, and opportunity to mess with us, and they're doing it all over. Everywhere you look, the skies are absolutely trashed. Here's Australia, right? More ripple stuff here, and surprise, surprise, there is a radar installation right there. But anyway, that's Ophelia is why I did this thing, and here it is. This thing's a monster, and it's being helped. If you go to worldview.nasa. Worldview.earthdata.nasa.gov, you can see this for yourself. Have a look around. Ripples, no bueno. And on the 13th, here, directed towards a storm as well. So, yeah, that's that. So, there you have it. I mean, there's just so much. I mean, when did clouds start looking like this? It's all extremely screwy. You have here's more Yeah, like what? Ripples, trails, popcorn clouds, evenly distributed. And it's all messed up. Incidentally, the British Isles has been getting zapped for quite a while. You see with the you can see the electromagnetic waves going through here, plus trails. This is from yesterday. And you notice these trails all have start and stop points. Let's zoom out. Let's have a look back through time. So it's the 13th, 12th. Not too much there. Ripples, ripples, spraying, ripples, frequencies. You know, people electromagnetic frequencies of different sizes. These are shorter wavelength, longer wavelength. So yeah, this is a full-scale war, and actually no, we'll have a look at the track of this thing. So okay, all right, 6th, 7th, 8th, nice tiny small here. 9th starting to form. 10th got big. Between the 9th and the 10th it formed. 11th looking decent size. 12th, 13th, 14th. Like from here to here is a big change. So this is getting fed by this, and it's going to be a monster when it hits Ireland or wherever else it ends up trashing. And you know, of course, they want to get a global scientific dictatorship where you'll have to pay carbon taxes to the scumbags, and oh hell no. And everywhere you look, there's frequencies but getting pulsed through. Look, I mean, what's going on here? Seriously, you know, clouds don't do that. And yeah, messed up. So yeah, so pay attention and stay safe. And if you want to support my work, you can buy these awesome buttons at stopsprayingus.com. So, all right, that's all for now, and see you soon. Bye for now.